In recent weeks I've been somewhat intrigued by the media treatment of constructive criticism that I and others have made of the welfare benefits system, where we've tried to highlight the fact that consideration needs to be given to a whole systems approach to issues dealing with some of the most disadvantaged in society. And I would recommend that consultants to government and government themselves consider a whole systems approach to issues rather than incremental parts of a system which then pose further problems. And this was really highlighted as we're doing our annual report, where we have as a resident in here a young man who came into the country, had suffered torture. The government assessed his position, and having been a sufferer of torture, they decided he could stay in the United Kingdom, which is great. But then the whole systems approach never happened. He was then thrown onto the streets and he had nowhere to live. Clearly he was frail, both physically and mentally. He then ended up with mental health problems, taking drugs, and eventually we managed to provide him with some accommodation. What a waste for that individual's life. What on earth are we doing as a society when we grant somebody asylum and then put them onto the streets? We need to think in a whole systems approach, integrated, holistic thinking about how we work. And that has been the subject of a CSAN, Catholic Social Action Network report on welfare system of late, where there was some constructive criticism. And constructive criticism, I would have thought, should be welcomed. Constructive criticism helps the development of ideas and concepts and better services. But some in society wish then to party politicise these issues when we operate in a non-party political sense and give critique to try and improve performance. I wish others who advise government and work in this sphere would think the same, rather than be pejorative and characterise people as bashers of one political perspective or another. We need to stop that and think holistically, whole systems approach as to how we can help lives. It will save a lot of money and it will create a lot of positivity for the people concerned.